Hello, my name is Keith Warrington, and my wife Judy and I are looking forward to being with you in a couple of weeks' time. But I thought I would whet your appetite a little about that occasion, because you probably don't know me. And so let me tell you that on the Sunday, we're going to be following your series on the Beatitudes and exploring the Beatitude where Jesus promises that those people who are in despair will know solace and transformation. And we're going to see how he manifests that truth in a well-known story where a woman whose life is dominated by despair, and Jesus transforms her situation, but he transforms her. And it's the way that he does it that is absolutely remarkable, and will make you fall in love with Jesus all over again, because he hasn't changed. That's the Sunday. But on the Saturday, we have a very special occasion when we are going to give ourselves the opportunity to encounter God as we explore the Bible. The Bible is God's greatest gift to us in terms of our transformation as Christians, because the Spirit will use it to change us as we invest time in it. And that's what we'll be doing just for some sessions in the morning. We're going to look at one story in the Gospels that's very well known to you, but we're going to ask this story and the writers of this story some questions. Questions like this: why, Gospel writers, did you put this story in your accounts? What's so special about it? What are we supposed to learn? And then, why did you tell the story in the way that you did? And finally, why did you tell that story sometimes a little bit differently to your fellow Gospel writers? And in asking these questions, we'll give ourselves the opportunity to hear the Gospel writers speaking to us through the centuries, through their writings. And at the same time, the divine author will give us the opportunity to hear him speaking to us as individuals in the 21st century as well. I know you'll enjoy it, and you don't need to bring anything with you, maybe a pen, and also your gift of curiosity. Bring that and we'll be fine. But before I go, let me introduce you to a lady called Fala. Fala is a Christian. She lives in a jungle region far from the majority of civilization, but she loves Jesus. And there was an occasion when her younger brother was moving to the city for employment, and she decided to give him her prized possession, her Bible. Some weeks later, a Christian journalist, came to her village and interviewed Fala and asked this question: Fala, what would you do if you had a Bible of your own? What would you do if you had a Bible of your own? This is what she said: if I had a Bible of my own, it would be me and God. I would read it slowly and taste it word by word. If I had a Bible of my own, it would be me and God. I would read it slowly and taste it word by word. I learned two lessons from Fala when I heard that story. Number one, that this Bible merited my investment of my time, and I needed to give time to exploring what it was saying and what it was saying to me, as she was doing, tasting it word by word. But the other lesson, which was quite transformative, was this. She said, if I had a Bible of my own, it would be me and God. She didn't say it would be me and my Bible if I had a Bible of my own. She said, if I had a Bible of my own, it would be me and God. In other words, Fala had recognized that the Bible was not simply a database of dogma. It wasn't simply a theological treatise. This was the place where God and she could have an interaction, an encounter, an experience. that's what I want to achieve in our time together when we're with each other for that weekend, to see how the Bible can not just be an opportunity for us to learn, but to encounter the divine author himself. Looking forward to being with you. Until then, God be your portion and your guide. Bye for now.